Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara. I'm at Makara right now in Thailand, the Museum of Contemporary Art. And I'm here to meet up with Lil Swan. She knows me from online. And yeah, as I'm waiting, I thought I'd make a really quick video as I'm very low battery on my phone. Basically, I wanted to talk to you guys about ego dissolution walks. So ego dissolution walks are essentially where you go and you talk to trees. You don't give yourself any kind of, limit or block within your own mind. You basically allow yourself to explore whatever comes up. So when you go for an egoless walk, you can stop, you can imagine what it would be like to be a certain way or have certain things, and imagine like you're incorporating different characters. So right now, if I imagine that I transform into a werewolf and I'm walking as a werewolf, it would change my very beingness, correct? Perhaps I would growl more, perhaps I would have different body language and so forth. The main purpose is to dissolve your everyday sense of self. And so that means that you want to give yourself random challenges. Like, what if this tree right now was my spirit guide? I would communicate with it and speak to it very differently, right? And it would give me a different perspective. And it would allow me to not look at my life as a usual life, as a normie life. I will see my life as very unusual, kind of surreal, like Dali, right? Or these surrealist painters. They would always keep these dream journals, right? They would wake up in the middle of the night and they would write down all these dream symbolisms that they would see, and they would start to dream journal. Just like that, imagine if this was a dream. There could be so many possibilities for you to activate and let go of different parts of your identity. Like right now, if I'm identifying, I'm like, does my hair look okay? Is this cool enough, right? I start to do all of these things. But the moment I let go, I start to completely dissolve my sense of self. And that's the whole point of ego dissolution walks, is that you truly allow yourself to use and tap into your imagination, okay? Magi nation, okay? So you are actually a magi, and you have to allow yourself to explore your mystical, magical self, okay? Now this is so powerful for you to do, because as you start to understand that everything can be seen in a very artistic way, right? The reason why I came to an art exhibit today is because I started to understand that art is actually everywhere, and that we don't even consider it as art. Anything can be considered as art because art is illusion. But if you are the walking illusionist, then anything can be perceived with that artistic eye. And as I'm walking around and seeing all these exhibits, I'm starting to understand that there are different styles of artists, right? You can be a very chaotic artist with your paintbrush, and you can use that as a part of the canvas. But right here, you're worrying about other people judging you. Right now, I could not make this video if I had judgment in my mind rather than expansion and teaching, right? So the whole point of ego dissolution walks is you're just allowing your creative brain to become activated. You can start humming, you can start speaking in different accents, okay? You can start doing many different things that will shut off your ego. Maybe even do a little dance, even as goofy as that sounds, that shuts off the ego, right? So to activate the flow state, we need to activate egolessness, okay? Egolessness comes from you letting go of the grasp of your identity. As I said yesterday, the more you identify, the more you start to constrict and crystallize that opportunity, and you become more reactive because you start to attach and cling to, I have to be this certain way. No, I'm an entrepreneur, I can't do it like that, right? And so you're creating all these restrictions within you, whereas you need to embellish in the freedom that you're creating for yourself. You see what I'm saying? And when you can activate that freedom and have it move through your beingness, that's when you can really start expanding this greater sense of self, and start really exploring the greatness that is already within you. I just came back from Chatuchak today, and it was very interesting because I saw a lot of, there's a lot of Brahma symbolism here, which I find very fascinating, right? Like Thailand has this very deep Hindu symbology at the same time as, us Hindus, which is very interesting because Buddhism has Brahma and Indra as protector beings, right? That protect the Buddhist lineage and so forth, and also the Nagas and so forth. That actually reminds me of like the pine cone, right? The third eye. And this is, of course, Ganesha, I believe. Let me show you guys. Behind me right now, there's Ganesha, right? He's the protector, he's the obstacle remover. What if right here, right now, Ganesha is summoning me to do something? If I close my eyes and visualize and I just look, what comes up? Maybe I get a color, a taste, a sound. You see, the subconscious doesn't talk to you in very direct ways, right? The subconscious talks to you in very strange, abstract ways. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make any sense. But as you allow yourself to explore that non-sensibility, you take on the divine masculine concept of making sense of the nonsense. This is the energy that I started to explore spirituality with, and seeing things from a unique perspective and a perception shift, right? So now that I know that I'm protected by Ganesha, I'm going to live in a very different way now, because the context has changed, the content. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure you're feeling this essence through watching this video right now. You see? So practice going on an ego dissolution walk. Let me know how this goes for you. Again, don't plan it in advance. Don't think that it's gonna have to be like this, and then I'll have to go to point B, and then I'll change a little bit. You're still using your ego to try to plan things, okay? And that's not gonna be ideal for you. So once again, go into this open heart, clear mind. You got this, we got this. Upward Spiral Gang, thank you so much for watching, guys. I gotta get going. My phone is low battery, but I wanted to give you guys content. Let's get it. May we never be the same again. May the flow be with you. Upward Spiral Gang.